Welcome to the DLP agenda. We got the screen back on. Look
Hell
at
yeah.
that. You got your hat on there.
It
Justin?
it's my hat, by the way.
It's
It
my
looks
hat.
better.
It's your
from
hat
the,
now.
It looks better from the side.
It's kind of my hat now.
It does.
Okay. It's my hat
Do you
now.
like it? I think it is better from the side.
I look like I played poker with fucking Bob Menery.
It looks.
I look like
I'm.
Who?
You know Bob Menery?
No.
The Full Send podcast?
Uh-uh.
Dana White hanger on.
Okay.
No, the minute I showed you him, you go,
All right.
oh, that guy. He's the guy that does the fake sports voiceovers. Man, what a great day here. And he's been cut
yeah,
in fucking
Gotcha.
half.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy who's he's now a podcaster and a $5,000 a hand blackjack
No,
player.
When somebody
him.
and kudos to Rob, because a lot of times when somebody makes a reference like that, I just pretend like I understand.
I
it.
normally do too.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
I even do that with
That's
movies.
not-
People are like, "Oh, did
Yeah.
you see such and such?" And I go, "Yeah."
Yep.
I'm not even sure why I'm
Or
lying.
people say, you know that, and they'll some like house or street or some building. I just say yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
I-
don't
yeah.
have to have them
Just
describe it
keep-
more.
So
Exactly.
we can just keep this bullshit
Right,
going.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need any inconsequential backstory.
By the way, this is not what I wanted to open with, but I agree to do this show, and the guy keeps like fucking not he's being thorough, but it's annoying
Yeah.
me because he's constantly I'll give you an advance in the Cash App. Cash App's include the
Yeah.
rates of the person who booked me. But he messaged me. He goes, the flyer drops in. This is at like 5:22 p.m.
It drops.
When do you think he said the flyer drops in?
It's 5:22 right now.
Yes.
It dropped at 5:30.
Okay. So that would be 8 minutes.
Right.
You'd
8
say.
minutes.
What do your guess is 8 minutes?
It hasn't.
62 hours.
62 hours. Okay. Hell yeah.
In 62 hours, it drops. Okay.
What's up,
All
Brittany,
right.
Steph,
Yes.
Dave, Dennis? Good getting to see you at the cellar door in Frederick. I appreciate you coming out, man. Ariel, how
Hey,
you
a
doing?
lot of these guys, Rodney, I think it's Rodney. Thanks for having my back in
Yeah.
the comments for Here's Why You're Wrong. I cast Simon Pegg, and Katie's like, who the hell's that? And a lot of people in the comments came to my defense.
But a lot of people also
Okay.
said they had to Google Simon Pegg. So
Not
I,
a lot.
I had to Google him. So I think no, but he is clearly a big star.
He's
You
a
know what?
star, but
Yes.
I saw the consternation online,
Mhm.
and I'm going to steal one of our group text lines. I see both sides.
Yes.
John C. Riley is definitely a bigger star in the
Yes.
United States.
Yes.
Simon Pegg,
Yes.
Yeah, he's British.
internationally, he's been in a bunch of shit. He's been in sketch shows and Shaun of the Dead. So domestically, John C. Riley is a bigger star.
Yeah. And
That's
I'm
true.
glad,
Go ahead.
I was saying, I'm glad we're talking about Here's Why You're Wrong, because it's going to lead into what I want to yell at Joe
that
Robbins.
you're
Oh,
upset
hell
with me
yeah.
about?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. nice.
Okay, well, I'll say that a lot of times people are big stars. Like, I'll give you an example. What's the name of the guy who played Serrano in Major League and the president in
Oh,
He's in
God,
the,
24.
24.
24.
He's in the insurance commercial.
Yeah.
Yes, you're in
What's
good
it?
hands. No idea.
Dennis Haysbert.
Is that his name? I was going to
I
say
think
nobody
so.
knows his name. Of course,
No,
Rob
I
does.
know.
Congrats.
Sorry.
But the point is, everybody knows who he is.
Is that really his name? God, if you pull this, that's a pull.
I think it's Albert Hainsworth. Is
Yes,
his
hold on,
name.
it
Pretty
is.
sure.
It is.
So you're talking not I keep wanting to say bases loaded.
He's
it's a
in
video game.
24.
Major
He's
League.
in
Major,
Major League.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
You're right.
And he's in all those
that's
insurance
gonna blow my.
commercials.
He's
fucking
also in
mind.
Heat, which I tried
Yes.
to.
Dennis Haysbert.
Boom.
God
Nailed
damn.
it. Yes.
No Bob Menery,
Hey,
but Dennis Haysbert.
I've been on Doug Loves Movies 5
Holy
times. So.
shit. Good for you.
So the new episode of Here's Why You're Wrong is out with Ferris Bueller, a monster, massive
Great
movie.
Great pick. Can we
and-
announce the one we're doing for Patreon?
What?
No, and that funny you mentioned that.
Okay,
Because-
7-Eleven.
Because 7-Eleven, Patreon Palooza, we have all these things that we've talked about, plus big surprises. And then- Joe just said every single, there's like 4 or 5 levels to this. Just nonchalantly just said the thing that we've been working on and I haven't told anybody. He decided that's the way to give the big announcement, just to casually throw it out like an insane person, not to build it up, not to have people guess, not to have a build big thing, not to have lead into the day of, not to try to fucking make this thing awesome. He just casually said,
It
yeah,
could
we're going to do
still-
this, and
it
this.
could
And
still
as
be
Bob
awesome.
Menery would say, you fucked it.
I'll say this: Katie didn't blink. I guess she didn't.
Well,
notice
she's
it.
not,
She's
we're-
not part of the
we're-
DLP agenda,
well, she's not to our level. I mean,
right? I mean, pretty close.
Okay.
I blame her.
Damn,
All right.
that's so
I blame
funny.
her for not stopping me.
Okay. there
Okay.
you go.
It's
It also
Right.
proves I haven't listened to it yet.
All right,
Either, so
I will say this though, we can still have a surprise because we're going to be doing a live stream on YouTube available to everybody, not just Patreon
Yeah.
members. We're going to be doing a Here's Why You're Wrong. We'll tell you more later. There's wrinkles to it. It's going to be more. There'll be more than just Joe and Katie.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be like a tag team. There's also, it's a huge movie we're doing. Plus, there's a little wrinkle. So we'll leave that surprise at least for another week or so. But if you really want to know the surprise, go listen.
Yeah, go listen to Here's Why
Or
You're
pay
Wrong.
$5 to be a Patreon
Dude,
member.
Yeah, to be a part of Patreon Palooza.
You sound horrible, by the way.
You sound better.
It's
but you've gotten your voice back. It's not fully back, and I have sympathy with you. I regularly clear my throat. It drives Mudge up a wall because I do it midnight, 1 a.m, 2 a.m. I'm constantly clearing my
Do you
throat.
spit in the shower?
I mean, in the morning when I kind of clear
I'm
myself
constantly
out.
spitting.
Oh no, I'm standing.
I
in
can't. I'm
slugs.
waking up in the middle of the night dry heaves. I can't.
Oh,
Shit,
really?
I have to have a cup. I'm spitting up phlegm. I can't. I haven't got.
You
a
have
good
a
night's
phlegm
sleep.
cup in your room?
Oh.
Well, do that, or I get up and I fucking go to the bathroom. And
Yeah.
do you want to do that 50 times?
No, I don't.
Right. So
I wonder if I lived by myself, if I would even just have a giant cup to piss in.
I have a dude. I have a piss bucket in my living
Yeah,
room.
you just
I
have
live by myself. Squalor.
just a great
Yeah.
Gatorade bottle.
Just a blood covered like box spring,
Yeah.
flat screen on the. You've seen the meme of if guys lived alone, and it's
Right.
just a lawn chair in front of a TV next to a bucket of chicken in a completely empty house, and we'd be like, hell yeah, this is
Yeah.
great. This is a nice setup.
I don't
I don't
maybe
need a
this
buffet.
This is probably for Patreon, so I won't out Justin completely.
Hmm.
But maybe we did talk about it when Eric was in, where
Okay.
you guys like to go to the bathroom.
Wait,
There's-
piss in the sink?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there, if you're gonna piss in the sink, which is weird because the toilet's right there, it's very strange. Although Justin did say that he pisses in the kitchen sink, which is a very
It's vile. So
Yeah.
did, luckily, so did
That's-
Eric. And sometimes,
Oh, luckily.
yeah, luckily,
Because that makes it okay.
I'm not on an island by
Yeah.
myself. I'm not on foul.
But what I
Island.
mean is, if you live by yourself, you're not going to go all the way to the bathroom.
No.
You'll just have a Gatorade
I'm gonna
bottle
piss
there.
in the bucket that I
Which-
keep next to my bed. Yeah, there was another question I was waiting for you to ask.
I'm going to
about
go to the
you.
bathroom at all times. I'm not going to piss in a bucket.
I mean, if it's a 5 steps
No,
shorter to
but
go
I
to the
can
kitchen.
also stumble out of bed and just step in that bucket. I mean, you gotta figure that
Yeah, but you'll
also.
get used to the bucket being there. All you got to do is step in it a couple
I'm also
times.
used to the bathroom being 18 feet
Yeah.
from my fucking
Yeah,
bed,
and the issue
so-
with me is that
right.
for me to go to my bathroom, I've got to walk through the bedroom,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna like have to
I don't
tiptoe
need that.
through, and someone's gonna go, "Are you coming to bed?" I'm like, "No, I'm having a great time tonight playing Helldivers," or I can go upstairs. I was waiting for you or Eric to ask. Okay, so I'm going to the bathroom in the kitchen sink. Is there anything in the sink, dude?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you
I'm,
move it out of the way?
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
right rains
I'm
on
They're
pissing
gonna be
all over
washed.
dishes.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
going to the bathroom on cutting boards. It's fun. The amount of cross contamination is disgusting.
I mean, it's not salmonella. It's like it's not.
It's
that
pretty.
just
It's
piss.
pretty.
Not
It's
great.
pretty. What's the
Yeah.
word?
And if I'm
sanitary.
if I'm going to the
Yeah.
bathroom, my kitchen sink, I've had 9 drinks. I mean, I'm
Okay.
I'm
Now, why do
deep
you?
in the
Is
bong.
the TV on and you don't want to miss anything?
No,
Why-
I don't want to walk through the bedroom and wake up Mudge.
Oh, I see.
That's
I
the
got
closest
you.
bathroom is through the bedroom, so
I
I do not
see.
wake her up, come to bed.
Look at you.
I just go upstairs. I whiz all over my kids' cereal.
You never
bowls.
pull out a cup out of the sink and pee in that and rinse it out?
Dude,
Whoa.
okay, baby. Okay,
Oh, this is getting bad.
this is Patreon.
all right.
Well, whatever. Okay, I like a week ago, I did that
Piss
with one of,
tree on.
one of these style coffee
Yeti.
mugs, this Yeti style thing. I started going to the bathroom in my office, in my desk. It's filling up. And it's filling up quick.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen the scene from Dumb and Dumber? Where it's
Yeah.
like, give me another bottle, give me another
Yeah.
bottle. I try that. And I try it. And I mean, if I'm in the condition to where I'm pissing in a Yeti.
Do you have
my
a bathroom
accuracy is not great.
downstairs?
Yes, but I gotta walk through the bedroom. to
Right,
get to
I
it.
got
you.
So I go-
It's a
So-
walk through issue.
I grab a bottle of tonic that I've been pouring into my vodka, completely miss. I'm stumbling. I then elbow the Yeti, sloshing pee out. Dude, there's piss everywhere. There's piss all over my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finish up. I pour it out. I go back downstairs. I think I clean it up. It's like killed the LED lights around my desk. It was vile. Just a vile, awful night. This is about a week and a half ago.
I keep like thinking I'm gonna be able to rest my voice, and then like, it was 2 weeks ago I was like, all right, well, I'll be fine by the next shows, and then every show it's like I can't. I feel like I'm half doing my stand up because I'm worried about the sound that's gonna come out of my voice.
Yeah.
and then now I'm like, well, I'll have a week off, but no, I got podcasts doing
Uh-huh.
TMOS on Thursday, filling in for Michael Mayer with Rob Spiewak. Have
Wow.
shows Saturday and Sunday.
Damn, you're doing an O'Mara fill-in. You're filling in for
Yeah.
the big
So
guy.
I have to have my voice. I mean, Michael Mayer is known for his voice, right? So, this is speaking of my voice. This happened on an elevator it was in Nashville, and I'm on the 8th floor. I'm just going down to the 7th floor, which happens to be the rooftop bar. Just accept that the 7th floor is also the rooftop, even though
Okay.
it's just okay. And so I'm only going down one floor. But when I don't talk for a few minutes, sometimes the first time I talk again, it comes out, "Hi."
Right.
So I get in the elevator, black guy in there. He goes, "How you doing? How's your night?" And I go, how's your night? And then he goes, and I'm wearing all black too. And I'm like, what does all black mean? But now I'm at my floor. I'm going at 8 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I get off and realize, oh, he thought I was afraid of him.
Oh,
He
no.
thought I was terrified to be in an elevator with a black guy.
Oh, because your voice cracked. like you're going
Exactly.
through
And I'm like,
puberty.
no, I just have a cold.
No,
That's funny.
I'm
Yeah.
sick. I think you're a Johnny Cash fan.
Yes.
That's
so
all.
let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. Okay. There's a guy walking down my road, which is it's not like a side road. It's a fairly major road. Okay. He's kind of a little bit jacked. He's younger. I'm guessing he's probably 17 or 18
This is
Right.
on your road.
on my road. He's got
Following
a backpack.
people walking dogs.
He's walking by the front of my driveway. I'm walking out to go to my car. I go, hey, bud. He stops. I go, yeah, what can I do? He goes, what do you need? I go, nothing. I was just
Saying
saying
hi.
hi. I just was walking to my car. He goes,
Hell yeah.
I was like,
The fuck?
now normally I'd be like, fuck you, man. But of course, it's just
You're
me
not
and
gonna.
him.
He's
Right, he's gonna
fucking
kill me.
destroy you.
Right. He would destroy me. And also, I'm not doing it for anybody. But it was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
If I see that kid again,
Yeah.
I'm going to yell at him as
Do
I'm
it.
driving by.
Do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then speed away as he gives chase and is able to keep up with the car.
Katie
The world's
says that you look
fastest
like
neighbor.
Travis Kelsey. She's calling you Travis Kelsey.
And we might have a show title. Yeah, for those that don't know, this is one of Joe's gifted hats from a family member, and we left it down here. And I've seen. Oh, speaking of, okay, the last time I referenced Bob Menery,
Yeah.
this is how he wears his hats,
As
and
high
they're
up as
fucking
possible.
ridiculous looking. They are the most, and he doesn't just do it like that. He'll wear them, and I'm gonna try. He wears them like this, and I'm not exaggerating.
Okay.
Look up Bob.
Oh,
Menery.
that's not a good
He
look.
wears them like this.
I'm going to see what I look like.
Oh, I've seen that look.
Dude,
yeah,
he looks
throw it on-
goddamn
Let Rob
ridiculous.
give it a
Here,
give
Ray,
it a-
give this
all
give
right,
this a
I got
whirl.
this.
And I'm gonna pull up a picture so you can get some frame of reference to him.
It's
and
actually on you.
Actually,
it looks the most
kinda
normal.
looks
Yeah,
nice on
yeah.
you.
For some reason, you're able to pull it off.
You're able to actually
Gorgeous.
somewhat pull that.
You know what?
off
It's yours.
nicely.
You
Yeah,
own it.
put that back on me. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up a picture. Oh, here he is. Look. This. Look at how high up he wears. His
Yeah.
hat. Look at that. That's how he
yeah,
wears his
yeah,
hats.
yeah.
It works for him, though.
Does, which oddly enough, this guy you probably don't recognize. He was one of the unnamed thugs in the Jake Gyllenhaal Roadhouse remake.
Oh, really?
He's the one that asked Jake Gyllenhaal to get in the car with him and then broke his finger so he couldn't fire the gun.
You know what? I'm going to
That's
give
the
that
same guy.
another watch.
I've seen it 3 times now. It gets better each time.
I will rewatch it. I'm rewatching Dexter right now. Not that that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I I enjoyed the final season, the one in Alaska.
The Dexter
Where he became
one?
a lumberjack.
I broke up with Dexter after they had the John Lithgow season,
Yeah.
which is the best season, I assume. I don't know. Did they top it? And then after,
No, they didn't top it, but
Yeah.
it was better than Alaska.
and then after
season
that, they
before.
did Lumen, the Julia Stiles, and I'm like, I'm not fucking watching this anymore. And that was it.
Well, that was better than what came after it. So
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I'll give it a shot. I need something new to watch. The Boys this season. Not my favorite season right now.
What are they on? Episode 4?
Episode 4,
Mm.
4 to go.
I'm digging it.
I love the gore.
Did you see the
love the
latest
gore.
episode?
I've seen them all.
You
I'm
didn't
all-
like when
I'm all
he
up to speed.
exacted his revenge on the people that
Hey,
tortured
hey.
him?
That was pretty
I'm
great.
watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader thing, and I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Okay, don't spoil
Are
it
they?
for me.
They're hot.
Damn
Way
it.
to spoil
Are they
it.
gorgeous? I hear there's a blonde with huge tits.
You got it.
God,
Yeah.
it sounds like I've already been
Nailed
there.
it. Yeah.
Hey, a big
Congrats
thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you. I was going to say thank you to everybody in this room. Thank you to everybody in chat right now. Merriweather's in the books, and goddamn, you did what I asked you to
hold
do.
on. Let me. I
Set
don't.
it up. From
I
the
don't get
beginning.
all the credit, but
I made you my trigger man, and you
I'll-
put one between the
I'll
eyes.
That's true.
So let me get there. So it's funny because I recently went back and listened to our discussion about getting you on the ass.
On last week's episode.
On
Yes.
last week's episode, we asked, and I'm wondering if the audience heard, and because me, I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to get this done, right?
I believed in you from jump.
Well,
the Burt
I-
Kreischer Fully Loaded Comedy Festival had to stop at Merriweather Post Pavilion in Columbia, and I wanted to be on.
and I'm just going to say this. I'm gonna. For those of you who don't know, we did it. Okay, I
We
don't think
pulled
there's
it
a
off.
build to that. He
If
was
you-
on the
if
show.
You're watching
okay,
this, if
right.
you listen to this, there's a good chance you follow us on social. You've seen my 97 posts about it.
yes.
This is going to become the new I was in LA and I did Montreal. This is going to become real annoying in 5 years.
no,
2031,
No,
you're
there'll
going to
be
be like,
something else that'll happen that'll be coming.
that
up.
would also way more
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah.
So what happened was I was on there, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to make it like it was that big of a deal.
Put
But
you
I
on the
was
JSS
I
Morning
was
Show.
stressed about it. I was stressed about it
That's when you do your best work.
because I was
knew it.
stressed
Yes.
because I
I'd put you-
didn't want to half-ass it. I knew it was important to you, and
When
I
the
didn't.
pocket collapses on you, you've got feet like
Yeah.
fire.
And I wanted to I really wanted to make an effort that there was an opportunity for him to say yes to. I wanted to do that.
Hell yeah.
So I did exactly and I didn't realize that I said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. But I let Josh Spiegel and Scott Reardon, the other two hosts of the 90 Rock Morning Show, in on the fact that this ask had to happen. Because
And you also turned into on the air.
right. So I did it off the air first. And I
Smart.
said, let's talk about it on the air, which we did. So if we talked to Bert at 9:30, something like that, then the before 9 o'clock, the 8:50 break is
Right.
when we said, hey, Justin asked me to do this. So then I wanted the audience to, because you also pull through. They go, oh, they're going to ask this.
Yeah.
So you can get a little bit of pull through. But I want to let the audience in on it. But I also really wanted to let Scott and Josh know, hey, don't step on this when I go to do this, because I kind of have to. I want to ingratiate myself to him. A lot of it had to do with me talking to him, but other people were interviewing him. So
You can't just right off the bat
Right.
just shove your whole fist
So
in.
I
Because I
needed-
did listen to the break.
yeah,
And it was beautifully set up with a nice level of buttering up.
right.
Talked about the tour. Talked about
Talk about him being in
him,
shape.
Talk about
yeah.
You definitely, all of you, Scott included, played it
Mhm.
right by not immediately kicking the door open. You gently walked in and let the situation present an opportunity, which it did.
because he goes, yeah, he talked about Jelly Roll. Now, he should have dropped the fact that, we had a big thing that we did with Jelly Roll.
The singing
He
competition
should have
years
dropped
ago.
that, but he didn't, because what I really wanted to know is, hey, I'm like you. We're like you. I'm one of you. I'm not somebody who's
Fucking millionaires.
right. I
Mhm.
wanted them to think that we were peers in some way,
Yeah.
because then the
Did you
ask is different.
Take your shirt off for the
I took my
segment?
shirt
Mhm.
off. No, so then he goes, well, we've had a lot of special guests. And as soon as he said that, Scott and I locked eyes.
And
Like,
you see that in the video, by the way.
this is the opportunity to do it.
You see both of you
Right.
lock eyes.
This
and
is where
go,
we do it.
Okay, the window's open. Pull the trigger.
And of course, then Scott goes, well, it's funny you should say that. And Scott did the dirty work.
He did. He stepped
Scott
up.
was the one who did it, which fine, right? It's because all I really wanted was the door to be cracked open.
Yeah.
And a legitimate opportunity, and it was right there. And he asked, and he said, as soon as it was coming out of his mouth, he goes,
Yes.
done.
Mhm.
The
He's-
speed with which he said yes.
He goes, done.
When I heard that break and I said, yes, my guys got it done. Because, by the way, do you know when I found out? I found out at least 40 minutes after you've done it. I went to the gym. I can't listen to the show when I'm not on it. I get jealous of people that are on there that are funnier than me. Shout out you, Rob,
Stop.
Tommy, Eric. No, I can't listen to the show. I see it with anger. And I go to the gym and I set my phone down. I'm doing whatever. And I come back. I've got 40 missed text messages.
Yeah.
I've been canceled or something really good happened.
Yeah.
And thank God it was the latter. I had 2 or 3 missed calls. They go, oh my God, I did it. I got yours at the top of the heap, all in caps. I think we did it.
So,
And I come to find out.
yeah,
that, we
what I
pulled
was
it
a
off.
little
You
bit
pulled it off.
worried about is that sometimes you say yes, but then then all the arrangements have to be made. And then I don't know who he is. It ends up he's the greatest guy in the world, but you
Mhm.
don't know that maybe he's just saying, oh, I don't want to look bad
Yeah.
in front of
right.
their audience. I might just be saying yes. But I guess the number, he goes, give this person my number, and it matched the number that Rob had. Everything
Yeah.
ended up, and I guess you just said, hey, what do I do? And they gave you all the details, and you just showed up, and now we're gonna get to that part.
We're gonna get to
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah, we got to get into some of that stuff. And if you want to, why don't we thank a couple of sponsors?
Yes.
And we'll get back to it. The first sponsor I want to thank are the people that have taken good care of me with this strange ass weather that we'd have in 91, 92, 93 degrees. A house tends to breathe.
Mm.
And sometimes that's going to blow your roof asunder. If it wasn't for the good people at GRB Roofing, grbroofing.com, 443-699-6192, my house probably would have collapsed around me the same way it's tried to for 10 fucking years now. But at least the roof, the thing that they took care of, has been mwah.
The thing you're not pissing on.
The thing I'm not going to the bathroom on, and never would I pee on a GRB roof. That's the Justin Schlegel
Mm.
guarantee. Residential, commercial, They do so much, hundreds of projects, years of experience, an incredible Better Business Bureau rating. They're in Bowie, Maryland. They love DLP listeners.
They're listeners of the show. They're great people.
Our dude Henry, by the way, you want a man on the inside? We got Randolph at Randolph's.
Yes.
Rice's RiceLimD.com. Henry's the dude to ask for at GRB Roofing.
Go right to the top.
Go right to the man.
Mhm.
Okay. Ask for Henry. Say the
Roof
DLP
pun.
boys sent me. That's brilliant. GRB Roofing. Go right to the top. That's the way to go about it. Get the guys taken care of. They do stuff like siding. They do decks. They do windows. Again, commercial, residential. They're incredible. They've been nice to us. They want to be nice to you. GRBroofing.com, 443-699-6192.
Well done. So how soon after this Bert's on the radio do you get a text from someone, Bert, or someone in Bert's camp?
I get a text at 10:40
Okay.
that morning. It's not even 11. I get a text from an unknown number, which is I texted you
Right.
being like, what's Bert's number? You texted back the last 4 digits of the number.
Mhm.
It matches up. I go, is this Bert? He's like, yeah, it is, man. Excited
Sweet.
to have you. He's spearheading this himself. He goes, I'm going to loop in some people. 2 minutes later, I get a group text. It's got to be 10 people. Him, his assistant, his wife, his touring assistant, a dude by the name of Kyle, JSS DLP listener.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I've met this
Oh,
dude
hell yeah.
and his dad
Yes.
at tailgates. We got a DLP JSS head on the inside. This plays into when I get to the venue. So they go, here's your parking. Here's when you need to arrive. Here's who to check in with. Have fun. We'll take care of that night. I get there.
And that shit's important. 'cause
Oh, it's
you
real.
You don't want to be
important.
stressing about
No.
how to get there, and it's going to be
Who are
weird.
you?
Who are you? Well, I don't have you on the list. I mean, it's
Right.
100% possibilities because it's 100% happened before.
Mhm.
I mean, it's the origin of Justin Ian Daniels. Hi, my
Right.
name is Justin Schlegel. I'm here for an audition. I ain't got your name on the list. Well, there it is right there. It's just misspelled. It ain't your name. And then
Yeah.
I fucking have to
Like
change
you're
my
trying to
name.
board a fucking plane.
God, yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to get into the goddamn Pentagon. I'm trying to
Hmm.
audition for Guy Code, which
Hmm.
from what I checked, 99% of people that audition for got it, except for me. Okay. Got fucking bitch at the front desk.
Hey,
Anyways.
hey, core
okay.
memory.
Okay. Core memory.
At least
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not bitter about
No,
it.
no, I hope none of her fucking vaginal cysts explode while she's having sex. So I get there, names on the list, badge in my hand, parking pass ready to go, pull into the back. First person I see emerging from the pool like a Greek goddamn god is the fat rascal Stavros Alkius.
Oh, hell yeah.
Literally the pool.
I see the pool
Nice.
in the back
Mm.
of Merriweather. I'd heard about this thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
I
never
thought that
seen
was
it.
a joke.
Dude, they have a goddamn VIP
I know.
pool,
That's awesome.
spa, hot tub,
Did you get in?
ice tub. No, I didn't have my stuff with me.
Uh-huh.
I kind of dipped my toes in for a bit. This is one of the most beautiful, tiny infinity pools with waterfalls and shit. It's remarkable. I genuinely too thought it was bullshit. So they have a chocolate wonderfall in the back, and people are giving HJs. It's not far off. Hand jobs aside, they had this incredible cafeteria.
Who spent time in the pool?
Stavros spent a ton of time. Adam Ray spent a ton of time. Bert got into it right before I went on stage. I see Stavi. He throws his arms open. I run to him. He hugs me. I see my friend Kyle. Then I see my buddy Adam Ray. And
So now everyone's got to be thinking, well, this guy is somebody.
people
He's
back
not just
there.
some guy on the radio.
Exactly. I'm not this local zilch that they're
Mhm.
like, all right, this is a bit of a fucking charity case for this has been that never was.
Right.
These people know them. Well, this is where I think the machinations I put in place prior to you and Scott being the trigger men, because I'd asked a bunch of people and I asked some folks like, hey, is there any chance I can maybe do a little something? Well, I think I'm doing 5 minutes and I got my sharpest 5
Mhm.
prepared. We get back there. I get to run a show and I get told by one of his tour managers, like, no, the guys vouch for you. You're getting a full set. You're
Yeah,
getting 12. And
Because
I-
when Mudge was videoing it,
Yeah.
she goes, yeah, 14 and change.
Yeah.
You did 15
So
minutes.
you
I
went
did
over.
15.
Jesus.
What an asshole.
He went over 10.
No, yeah. Oh,
So
no.
at
I
this
know
point-
for a fact I did 11 minutes and
Okay.
50 seconds because I had an LED
Oh,
clock
really?
on the stage.
Oh,
Nice.
maybe she
I love
did.
that.
Maybe she
filmed-
got before and
she
after.
filmed
whatever.
Cypher
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds bringing me up. So, but the guys vouched for me before I got there.
How
hell
great
yeah.
is it to have a clock on the stage? I don't know why some
Unbelievable.
clubs do
Oh,
that.
they
Holy
start.
shit.
Oh, they start at 0.
They start at your time. And
Oh,
start
hell
counting
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
They start counting down.
Every
Yeah.
club, by the way, if you're listening, you run
Yeah.
a club. You
Do
should
that.
do this.
Do that.
No more
A lot of
asshole in
clubs
the
do
back
that
with a
now,
cell
but it's
phone.
like just fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
Or-
Now at that, when you hear you getting more time, you're obviously excited, but then you're like, oh fuck, I have
Oh
to.
fuck. Oh no, I go
Mhm.
and sequester myself in a back room, and I get a piece of paper, I get a pencil, I start scrolling through, and I say, I'm not trying anything new. I'm spinning the hits.
Play
You
the
did
hits.
try something new and
Absolutely.
it worked.
I
you
tried
did
one
the
or two
Hawk
things.
Tua.
I had to hit Hawk.
Well, that had just happened like that day.
It
though,
happened that day, and
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to be the first to strike while this iron's
Yeah.
hot. If you don't Hawk Tua, I don't talk to you. So I hit that. I did a little bit of crowd work. I did this new stuff for the special, and I did some old material that I'm like, I know this works. I don't give a shit how old it is. I just need these people to laugh because these guys back there, they don't know who the fuck I am.
No.
They don't know this bit I might have wrote 8 years ago.
Right,
They don't
right,
care.
right.
That bit about the OJ car chase, they don't know that.
They got no
It's
idea.
not new.
Anybody seen this Octomom chick? What do you think those kids are going to look like? Yeah, no one knows. So, but I get back there and we're hanging out. Stavros is hanging out.
Everyone's
Bert-
as you crush, by the way.
everyone.
And I
everyone
asked people to tell
Yeah,
me
well,
the truth.
I'm going to
Yeah.
talk once he's done this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you from the audience's perspective again.
So I had no idea, by the way, the Chappelle show, his DJ, Cypher Sounds.
Oh, that's who
That
is?
was from the Chappelle show.
Oh, really?
That Chappelle would take on tour, and Bert then took on tour because he's a massive documented Chappelle show fan.
Mhm.
So he has Cypher Sounds go out there. And I guess Chappelle and him are still friends. Chappelle thinks he's funny as shit. He is. He goes, you need to get into stand-up. Cypher did. Cypher's been treating this tour like the way you'll like. I'm not saying like he's treating it like an open mic, but he's getting his legs under him.
Right.
The way an open micer would doing bar gigs
Mhm.
in front of 9,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me compare it to a wrestler.
It's
Rob,
more fun.
Rob and I both know. Woman by the name of Jade Cargill in WWE.
Ah, yes.
Never worked the independents, barely ever went to a school. They're like, she's gorgeous. Fucking put her on
Yeah,
TV.
10 out of 10 body.
And she's crushing.
Yes.
She's doing great.
Mhm.
Cypher, same thing. He goes up, he does an introduction. This first guy, you've seen him on a Chappelle show. He's known for DJing on MTV. You've seen him at Bonnaroo. Give it up for Cypher Sounds. Hey, everyone, it's me. Crowd
Yeah.
does a big pop.
Nice.
Oh, my God, it's the same guy. He goes out, crushes, and then he brings me up. And I'm gonna speak about a local venue that both of you know very, very well. Have you guys ever been to the Arlington Cinema Draft House?
Oh, yeah. It's just there with
There you go.
Doug Benson.
It's a big theater
Mhm.
that's got Coliseum style ceiling and a seating and a huge, like 3-story tall ceiling. Sound can get swallowed up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sound can get swallowed up badly. That's why we love the DC Improv so much. It's a shotgun hallway of
Mhm.
sound. You feel that stuff. So I'm backstage listening to Cypher Sounds, and I'm hearing laughter, but I'm not seeing like uproarious laughter. But I'm seeing heads getting
Right.
thrown back and arms go in the air. I moved myself to the side of the stage some, and it's like someone took the volume knob and cranked it up. Just by positioning myself somewhere more different, off to the side, it felt like the volume went up. VH1, 98 Rock Morning Show, Justin Schlegel. I kind of hear some sound somewhat. I walk out on stage. It's the first time I've ever felt sound. I said it this morning on the show. I felt like on my chest and clothes, the wind of noise hit me in the chest. And for half a second, I'm like, choke it down.
Oh boy.
Choke
What
it
did I get
down.
myself into?
It's not that I was nervous. It
It got real though.
got real
Mhm.
and it got powerful. And I'm like, don't fucking let your voice crack. Don't
Mhm.
do it. Everybody make some noise, some classic, whatever.
Sure.
Everybody having a good time. I know you guys don't know who the fuck I am. I made this joke about if everybody back there was the Rolling Stones, Zeppelin, Anthrax, Metallica, Guns N' Roses. I'm the Spin Doctors. What am I doing on this bill? They're laughing. I was like, okay, this guy gets it. He's a fucking nobody. And we're off to the races. Set goes fine. I get backstage. Everybody daps me up. Things are great. My buddy Omar Khan's back there. We're high-fiving. I see my friend Adam Ray. He does Dr. Phil now.
Yeah, he's so good at
Dude,
it.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since I lived in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
So he's like, oh my God, I didn't know you made it. You were on the tour. We hug it up. I go behind Bert's bus, lose it. Fucking ugly lose it. I'm like, I'm doing like a peace symbol to somebody back there. They're like, oh yeah, good job. I'm like, I gotta take this call real quick. No, thank you, man. Oh, such a good time. I'm really good.
It's the Tonight Show calling.
I had an ugly.
You hawk to it.
Oh, hawk to it everywhere.
Yeah.
Until I look out of my periphery and there's a guy just loading up bags of ice, like looking at me, and I'm waving. He's clearly seeing me. He's from me
Yes.
too. I'm sorry the audience can't see.
He's
this.
got his own thing
He's
going.
like,
on.
hey, I like to spin dock.
Hey, it's okay. Hey, I'm one of the two princes. I'm one of the two princes. So I finally went. The first person I actually sit and talk to afterwards, and I was dying to tell you too about this. The man that I've been referencing is the man that stole Brady's soul, Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh yeah.
From
Yes,
the roast.
Yes.
I'm going to bounce out around a little bit about Tony. Did you sit around for Tony's set?
Oh yeah. No,
Dude.
I told you he was my. Other than you, he was my favorite.
Mhm.
He was
He
my
got-
favorite. Yeah.
I've never seen this in a comedy show. He got a standing ovation on the way up.
Oh, he's red hot right
He
now.
didn't
Oh, yeah.
say
That
word
roast. Yeah.
fucking one. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him on the Tom Brady roast, doing big things, kill Tony, selling out Madison Square Garden, Tony Hinchcliffe. Bert had a 1-to-1 reaction. This
Yeah.
is Bert's crew.
Right.
The whole goddamn audience stands.
Well, that Kill Tony fan base. That's a
Monsters.
hardcore
Monsters,
fan
dude. He
base.
sold out the Forum. He sold out
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden. He's the first person I see after the set. He's super nice, but he becomes Hinchcliffe. He goes, man, I want to thank you. Me and the other guys saw what you did out there. And it is not easy to go up first. And there's a lot of people that try and make the show all about themselves and go for like big laughs and a ton of energy and try and get the crowd all worked up. The fact that you just kept it real low and real soft and real
right.
quiet, you didn't hog up all the energy and the laughs or the attention or even the interest. And that means
The
so
interest,
much to
yes.
us. Honestly, because we got a job to do tonight.
Yeah.
And the fact that you didn't do yours makes our and I start like because I could see he's
Yes.
smiling.
Yeah, yeah.
And then immediately he's like,
Ah,
you were great. And
that's the best thing he could do for you.
he fucking
If
completely
he just
roasts
says, "Hey,
me.
good job," who fucking cares? What's that mean?
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. It doesn't mean anything.
So we sit down. We sit down and we just catch up a little bit. I'm like, I'm Justin, I'm Stavros' friend. I know Adam Ray. And he starts talking about he got a call or an email at the same time I did. I'm just kind of putzing around on my phone as I sit there with him. And I get a work email offering me a gig. He gets a work email offering him a
Huh.
gig. Mine is to attempt to relaunch a fast food brand for one of the shittiest fast food brands that's probably ever lived. I'm going to give you this right here. This place is trying to come back.
Ah.
Okay.
Had many a good meal there.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
haven't. That's an
Oh.
absolute lie. There's no one has ever said
Can
that.
I give a little hint? Is that possible that Mike Chamberlain did comedy at one of these one time?
Yeah. I get it asked
That's
being like, hey,
Good reference.
we're thinking about maybe having you do the ribbon cutting at this place in
Ribbon
Linthicum.
cutting.
A ribbon cutting at this shit show. He gets an email from this man at the exact same time. He gets an email from him at the
Okay.
exact same
All
time.
right.
We
Little bit different.
we start laughing at the disparity in gig
Yeah.
offers. Like, I'm about to be paid in the world's worst roast beef,
Yeah.
and he's about to be blown up by an Autobot. And
By the way, did you both take your respective gigs?
absolutely. Oh no, I was
Absolutely.
like, when do you
Yeah.
need me there? When do you need me? So the show rolls on. Everything's great. I'm getting a bunch of great texts. There's a story I'm gonna wait and tell for Patreon.
Okay.
There's another story
Good tease.
backstage of something that didn't go great, but that's a
Okay.
Patreon exclusive.
All right.
There's someone I need to have a mind if I talk to you around the corner with real
Is it
quick
someone we
conversation.
know?
I'll tell you on Patreon. I'll tell you on Patreon. Maybe you
Wow.
do, maybe you don't. But there's someone
All
that I'd
right.
be like, hey,
Let
we talk
me
real quick.
let me tell it from the audience perspective,
Okay.
if I could. So obviously it's different. You know, we know you, so we're all fired up. But
Yeah.
you know, you wonder because everybody's around there. Also, people are having conversations. We're on the lawn.
Yeah,
which,
it's
by
a
the way,
you're
Right.
outdoors.
it's
a
not
casual
it's a
vibe.
different thing,
Right.
right? So right before Justin goes up, I don't know.
And,
if
and you know that he's going up when he's going up?
Yeah.
So we assumed he was first, right?
Right.
It'd be great if he was headlining, but we
Yeah.
did assume he was
Oh
first.
no, it was made pretty
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
You're the guest set that
He's
starts
headlining
at-
that other thing he's talking
But
about.
I also
The fact
like
I went
the
up
ribbon
before
cutting.
Cypher,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be headlining the opening of a dead fast food brand.
Yeah.
but the Cypher sounds that helped because he played a bunch of music.
Right.
Then he did some stand-up. So there was a lot of energy and laughs prior to Justin going up, which is what you're worried about because
Cypher killed.
it's
Mhm.
it's light out.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And people are still getting there. So you worry a little bit about whether or not Justin's going to have the right formula for him to crush.
Have you
right?
heard of Shane Gillis discussing Chappelle having him open for him?
No.
Gillis tells the story about getting the opportunity to open for Dave Chappelle. No one's going to say no. That's a legendary offer. But the problem was that he was first on a show with, I think it was Lunel, Earthquake. I'm sorry, who was the Nostradamus character from the Chappelle Show?
Was it Donnell
No.
Rawlings?
I think he might have passed away.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Um,
No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that guy.
Legendary. Why
Yeah,
can't I think of his
yeah,
name?
yeah.
Charlie
Jack-
Murphy?
Not Charlie Murphy. No.
No, I know who you're saying.
Rick
God.
James?
Someone in
No,
chat.
yeah,
will
I know
know.
what you're saying.
I
Yeah.
don't want to say the name.
Chad will do it.
I
Yeah.
don't want to say the character's
Yeah,
name.
I
because
want to
I'll
say
get yelled at.
Dick Gregory, but it wasn't him. But it's
Not
somebody
him.
like that. It's,
But
yeah.
the reason
Paul
I bring it
Mooney?
up.
Paul
Mooney.
It's exactly
my
who
man.
it is,
Thank you
yes.
very much.
Dennis
Thank
Haysbert.
you to Matthew Clare. But he tells a story about being on that gig, and he has to go first.
Right.
He's the goofy white guy, but he's already. This is post SNL cancellation. Big on the come up.
Okay.
Who?
Shane,
I'm sorry.
Shane Gillis
Okay.
has been asked to open, but
Yeah.
he says the issue on the tour was that he would go up first every time, and everybody would be making their way into the venue. He
Yeah.
said every show,
Yeah.
he fucking died. And then by the time like the first person went up, which I think was Lunel, 70% of the people were in their seats. And by the time Earthquake went up, 90 and Chappelle, everybody's in their seat
Sure.
for. But that was, to Joe's point, that was my concern. And they would have had every right to throw me up while people are still parking. Which I was telling people, I was like, get there early because I have a feeling people are still going to be walking into the
Yeah.
venue, which makes sense. It's like a 9-person show.
Yeah, the show
Someone's
is
gotta
like
get in the
3
meeting.
hours long.
Someone's
right?
got to get in the death spot, which I'm sorry, we'll get back to you in 1 second. That Bert afterwards at the after party was like, your boys vouch for you, not as far as just time, but positioning. They said you could take the death spot. And the death spot is that spot.
Yeah.
The people are still shuffling in. So you're saying.
So, of course, that's a concern, right? I'm
Yeah.
concerned about that because, again, sometimes it's not. I know you had Godfrey yell at you that this isn't the case, but sometimes things are set up to where you can't, just like Shane Gillis,
Yeah.
you can't really succeed in the way that you're deserving of. Okay, so I'm a little bit worried about that, but also I'm excited because, there's 9,000 people there and my buddy's getting ready to
Yeah.
perform. Okay.
Yeah.
So Cypher Sounds is doing his time and he's getting ready to bring up my friend who I came there to see.
Who
I-
you got the gig?
I'm there. I'm talking to Tommy. Katie's talking to Mudge and Tommy's girlfriend Lou. They're talking. So apparently somebody was spying the relationships or the anatomy of our
There's
group.
a Katie and there's a
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
There's a Lou. There's
then-
a Tommy.
And then he sees this girl by herself. So do you know this story yet?
No.
This-
oh, you don't know what happened?
This guy
This
walks
is a
right up
beautiful
to
moment.
her, walks right up to Lindsay and goes,
Oh.
hey, look, I
Okay.
don't, it looks like you're here by yourself. If you're not, I don't know, but it looks like you're single. And I just want you to know, I think you're beautiful.
How's
and,
Mudge reacting to
and
this?
no, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, you
Katie
don't know,
tells
okay.
me it after the fact. And of course, she's flattered, according to Katie, but she also goes, well, actually, I'm not single. My boy, oh, there he is. And Justin is walking onto the stage,
Oh.
literally as this guy's getting
Yes.
rejected. And Justin is up there, and
Yes.
Katie has this
Oh.
great picture. And I think it's only on her Instagram where it's Justin's on stage and there's the screen. I'm telling you right now,
WWE Titan.
it's bigger than this house,
Yeah.
the screen, and screen over here and screen over here. And she has all these fingers pointing at all the screens where you can see Justin. And Justin gets out there and he does whatever. He knows I think he's great. So he gets out there, and the first thing he does is he builds the crowd up, and then he literally just kind of just starts talking about he deprecates himself, like he said, about
Right.
complimenting the other people in the show. He makes a current joke because it's something that he just came up with the Hawk Tua joke that he did.
I say Hawk.
And so
you
He
he-
say
jokes
Tua.
that he wishes someone would bang
And
his
he's
girlfriend.
also
Yeah.
on. It sound everything there. You didn't seem nervous. You sounded quick. You sounded crisp. And I'm looking around, and everyone's laughing.
Oh,
Everyone is laughing.
I just got a feeling good right here.
Every single
Yeah.
there's people in front of me, people beside me.
Where's this
every
guy at? Did he slink
single-
away?
I never saw the guy. This is Katie's the one that
Katie
has the
said,
story.
I removed this poor guy's soul.
This is his origin story to get into comedy.
yeah, right. To try to
gets
get
comedy,
revenge on
yeah.
you. And everyone around me's laughing. And all I'm thinking is, I hope Justin can hear these laughs because I don't know if the venue is something where you get to hear laughter. I don't even know, but
It's
every single person around is laughing at Justin.
Thank God,
Every
man.
single person. I'm not going to go
Fuck
too much
yeah,
into
dude.
this.
Thank you, dude.
But the next guy up did not do as well as Justin. Doesn't mean he's not great. It doesn't mean, but that's something that, you're, because you normally there's a build, even if I remember I've seen people say, oh, yeah, this guy, I just saw the comedian open for Bill Burr. He was okay. Todd Rex. I'm like, sometimes the order
Yeah,
is
Todd Rex
really
is a
Right,
monster.
right.
Todd Rex is a
amazing.
monster, right.
Yeah.
right. He's
Everybody on the show, by the way, was incredible.
But my point is that normally just the order is how you determine how things crescendo. And Justin from fucking Jump Street does great.
I need
Does
it.
absolutely great.
Yeah.
Now, one other thing, and I'll let you
Please.
tell more of your stories. So I'm like, are we going to get to see him? You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
want him to see him on his big day, right? Justin, he walks out in the fucking lawn. Okay.
Oh, I had to go find you guys immediately.
Now this
when
was
I had,
great.
intermission.
Justin walks during intermission out to the lawn. He says he hugs Mudge first, and we all hug, and then he gets fucking mobbed.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Justin gets mobbed.
I get
Okay.
and trust me,
Just-
at 98 Rock events, I love when everybody comes up. We take pictures. This was some different shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
Justin
before. I
gets
probably never
mobbed.
will again.
Yeah.
I've done
You
some
will.
shows before. This was different. This was
The next time you play a 9,000.
the next time I play in
Yeah.
front of 9,000 people. But I mean, I'm getting a text saying, hey, Leanne Kreischer, Bert Kreischer's wife, by the way, the P.T. Barnum of this thing, the Bill Gates of the
That's
store.
Great to hear.
Bert's the star.
I
but-
saw you like doing shots with her drinking or something. She
Dude,
seemed like a
she's
fucking awesome people.
Unbelievable. The
Mhm.
backbone, the brain, the soul.
Isn't she a comic? Does she ever go do
She's
time?
a podcaster. She's a
Okay.
podcaster. I think she maybe helps with material. 7 tour buses, 5 Mack trucks, multimedia appearances.
It's a job.
It's a corporation, like
Yeah.
someone that would run like something on the Fortune 500 would do what she's doing. And meanwhile, they're comedians. They drink. They get high. They want to fuck people. They disappear suddenly. You can't find them.
They go in
She's-
pools.
They
before
go
their
in
sets.
pools. They're walking on a stage soaking
Yeah.
wet. She's literally herding cats.
Yeah.
Okay, because comedians are basically hyperactive cats, and she's doing it with a level of grace and kindness. And she's texting me when I'm out there, I need you in the back. At like, oh shit, I gotta go. Something's happening.
Why?
Because she hands me a goddamn pile of money.
Whoa.
That I'm like,
oh.
no, I mean, I'm like, I can't take this. This was for. I just wanted to come out and do this. The experience and what you did for me and the JSS brand and the DLP brand, and I got, I'm going to say about 1,200 new followers in 24 hours.
nice.
I had people come out to the cellar door on Sunday because of it. I'll even tell you this: I got a gig at Ram's Head Live with a pretty famous comedian in November on the 2nd. I'm going to be doing. Adam Ray and I are going to be doing some shows in October together.
This is fucking
I've
awesome, dude.
gotten gigs from this already.
But you did take the money, right?
Oh fuck yeah!
Okay, good.
But I was like, I need you to know. She goes, there's nobody performs in the show that doesn't get paid. Your time is valuable and your talents are worthwhile. And we wanted you to have this. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I did 12 minutes. Now I kind of let
Dude.
slip what I heard a rumor of what somebody got paid.
Well,
Did I
there,
tell you
yes,
the one
yes,
person
yes.
that got paid?
Yeah.
Jesus,
I know. Yes.
It ain't that.
No,
but I
but-
didn't deserve that.
but they bring in a lot of money because you think about this. There's about 9,000.
1,200 followers is one night's huge.
Yeah,
It's one night.
there's about 9,000 people there.
I had trouble taking it.
I can't remember what we paid for our tickets, but I think they're probably what, $60. Maybe they're a little more than that. I don't know what the fees are or whatever. So let's say it's 100. They're bringing in $870,000.
Yeah.
So if you cut it down, they're bringing in probably about $600,000, right? But also they're
Yeah.
selling merch.
Oh,
And one of the things they sell that's
Oh,
genius.
Merch is such a
so
money
much
maker.
merch.
You want to
dude.
know, but here it's funny because the best. If I were to buy merch, I think Stavros is probably the best merch
Ronnie
to buy.
shirts.
Yeah, the
See him in
Ronnie
them
shirts.
Ronnie shirts
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Unbelievable. The Baltimore Ronnies.
I'll bet you what they sold the most of it. I think about this. They sell. This is smart. They sell blankets.
Mm.
Oh, to sit on.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't bring a blanket, it's
Yeah.
$65, and it's the what do they call the tour? The
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. It's the fully loaded blanket
It's a.
for $65. Let me tell you something. If I didn't have a blanket,
I'm gonna go buy one.
I would be
everybody-
buying a,
everybody needs
full-
another
a
blanket.
fully loaded
I don't give a
blanket.
shit.
You never have too many blankets.
No, you can
Yeah.
drape them over yourself. It gets cold after the sun goes down. Even though we didn't have to worry about that,
Yeah.
it was hot as.
Oh, so
Uh,
it was actually hotter in the pavilion than it was on the lawn.
Katie says she wants to be the Leanne Kreischer. She wants to be Leanne Kreischer one day. Brittany goes, I don't know, Katie. You know how you got pissed because nobody responded about a vacation? Imagine that 20 times. So,
Yeah.
good point.
Hey, it's not to say that Leanne didn't have to crack the whip here and
Yes,
there to get
yeah.
a couple of people.
Katie
Like,
can crack the whip.
Yeah.
Like she did. You guys got into it pretty hardcore on this Ferris Bueller episode.
I gotta listen to this. It's the only one I
Here's
haven't
why
listened
you're
to
wrong.
yet.
What do you
Yeah.
think? And I know we're playing a clip. So I thought there were 4 legitimate arguments.
Yes.
And I'm not going to give anything away. I'm going to give the role away. One was the principal in the
We're about to play the clip
Oh, I
with
can't
Ed,
wait.
about Ed
That's that
Rooney
one.
casting.
Then there was the who played Cameron in the
Yes.
then, and then there was who played Jeannie Bueller in the
Yeah.
now, and then who played Ferris in the now.
And like in the beginning, you guys commented about how you're getting along and loving each other's picks. Boy, that was a fucking.
This was the
That
most
was not
volatile. This was
foreshadowing,
the most
yes.
volatile of all of them.
So here's a little taste on the disagreement about the Ed Rooney character. Here's why you're wrong.
So Ed Rooney, I have the great Leslie Nielsen.
Has he ever
source.
played like a bad guy?
I don't know if he's ever played a
It
bad
just
guy,
seems like
but
such a sweet guy
yeah,
to play this piece of shit role.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, you are rooting against him, but there really isn't a bad guy in this thing. There's a
What?
foil. There's a foil, but listen, Ferris is the one who is skipping school and
Yeah.
changing his grades and changing his.
Okay, narc.
No,
Listen,
I know
this
that
guy,
you're rooting for him, but it's not like it's.
You're telling me right now that you don't think Ed Rooney is the bad guy in this?
He is.
He breaks into Ferris's house.
He's more of a foil, but I know what you're saying. Leslie Nielsen could obviously do it. It's also a comedic role. It's not like Darth Vader. It's not like Hans Gruber. It's not like you're like, oh, I gotta hate this guy. No, it's supposed to be funny, and also he gets his comeuppance.
Hey, it's Justin from the DLP Agenda, and we are so proud to announce the first ever DLP Patreon Palooza. Myself, Justin Schlegel, Rob Mayer, and Joe Robinson are bringing you on one day every single Patreon episode on Patreon Palooza. 7/11, July 11th is the day. You're going to get them early, all afternoon, into the evening with Patreon Palooza. Get signed up now for just $5 by going to patreon.com/the DLP Agenda. That's patreon.com/the DLP Agenda. Just $5 gets you in. If you're not already a Patreon member, you are missing out. And those that are, you know what you get. Dork Dynasty for video games, Laughs Count Anywhere for wrestling, the nightmarishly hilarious stories from Tommy Simbazo when he tells another Tommy Simbazo story time. Want to hear Joe and Katie argue until they're red in the face? Here's Why You're Wrong, the movie recasting, and you're going to get special surprises. We have episodes of things we haven't done in forever, things you've been begging for us to bring back, special guests and more. It's going to be 7/11, July 11th, the DLP Agenda's Patreon Palooza. Go to patreon.com/the DLP Agenda right now. $5 is all it takes. Patreon.com/the DLP Agenda and write it down. July 11th, 7/11. It's the DLP Patreon Palooza.
And again, we will have a live stream on Patreon Palooza 7/11 on this YouTube feed. So even if you're not a Patreon member, we want you to experience some of this day. We obviously want you to pay $5 and experience all the shows, everything's happening that day. But at 6 p.m., we agreed 6 p.m. Thursday, July 11th, we are going to do the three of us and Katie, a special episode of Here's Why You're Wrong. We'll also put that out. We'll record it, the audio.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the main feed,
Yeah,
the
so you can hear
podcast
it.
feed. So,
And
you'll
Katie, you and I need to game plan a little bit. So wherever you want to go, I'm thinking
Mhm.
maybe a VIN 909 type luncheon.
Yes.
It's funny. I was
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm worried
it's
about.
Joe
you.
and I versus Justin and Katie.
And
And
I'm not-
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to
Hell
give anything
yeah.
away. Well, maybe I will give something away. There's a special category that
Yes.
we've had.
Yeah, I love the new category.
yeah, it's
that's
gonna be good
where
for Justin.
That's where
gonna
I'm
be great
most
for us.
worried about you. Your
Yeah.
input.
Oh, that is
that
where I do my
category right
best
there.
work.
I'm pretty happy with what we have.
Can we all
we're
agree?
working well together.
Yeah.
Joe and I think we're going to slaughter.
You guys
each
are
other.
simpatico.
I think we're going to fucking destroy you.
Oh, I think we're going Weapon X and X-23. I think we're going full fucking adamantium claws. I do believe that the one new special category is that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, that's
I
yours.
need-
Yeah, that's set up for
Katie's going to do very well with the standard
Mhm.
categories you've already enjoyed during the 4 episodes. Please, all of them are excellent. And they just keep getting better. It is the most successful Patreon show we've ever done, not just because it's so identifiable, but you two fucking going at it.
Speaking of going,
I
at
don't
it,
want that, but I don't know
but
we can
it's
avoid
going
it.
well.
I-
Yeah.
I think there's a new fight you're going to have in about 20 minutes.
Why?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Hold on.
Oh boy.
We're doing a she does.
Oh.
Aren't we? Okay, I'm gonna read what's in the chat. We're doing a live show July 11th.
Uh-huh.
The very next message says, "Aren't we not home? Are you not here July 11th?
Well, you have to be fucking
You
here.
have to fucking
We've
be
been
here."
talking about this.
Yeah, where do you? Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
Pop
boy.
that calendar
How,
open.
how bad of a fight is this going to be?
This is about to go
Where
thermonuclear.
are we? July.
July 11th,
It's in-
it's
it's under
Thursday.
July.
Oh,
This
where
should
you
be
at?
on your calendar.
Yeah.
Where you at? Oh,
We're in Ocean City,
no, you're not. The fuck you are.
but we can. But,
You're not.
Oh no! Oh, you're about to get in a fight with a few of us.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
No, we've just been saying 7-Eleven for a month now.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be a
Yeah.
roller
You
grill. in
also
this
spoiled
motherfucker.
it on the fucking show, and you're
Oh.
like, Katie didn't disagree. Well, because you didn't
All
know the
right,
fucking date.
we'll
Hey,
work
Maybe
it out.
communicate better.
We'll
Joe.
work it out.
Learn how to fucking
We'll get it
communicate.
worked out. We'll get
You're
it
no
worked out.
Leanne Kreischer.
We'll get it worked out. We'll get
Leanne
it
would have
worked
done
out.
this.
We'll
Hey,
get it worked out.
Katie
as
says,
well.
don't speak to me until Friday.
Katie's up there cracking her knuckles. Oof.
Ah.
Wow. That is.
I thought it was the week before that
No.
we were going to be in Ocean City,
Mm-mm.
and then when
I
Katie,
thought 7-Eleven was the easiest date to
Yeah,
fucking remember,
It's the-
Justin.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
haven't
babe.
even
Apparently
needed to
not.
write it down, and me with my
Yeah.
little goldfish brain,
Yeah.
I don't forget it.
Maybe I should.
Mm.
It should be 911 because
Yeah.
they're in fucking trouble.
That's
now.
what you're about to have to call.
Exactly.
Oh, I can hear her stomping
All right,
around upstairs
we'll work
right
it
now.
out.
them
We'll
size
work it
fours of
out.
her.
Now Joe
hey,
wants. Let's do a long show tonight. Let's just keep it going
let's keep
for 2
stretching.
hours.
You guys want to take this till midnight until she passes out?
What do we
Hey,
got? Okay.
speaking of being pissed, I talked to Joe about this before you got here. So this is going to be a two-parter because one of them, the one part I told you about that I was nervous about talking about, we're going to put that behind a paywall. The one with me and the dad near the wave pool.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable talking about
Okay.
that.
well,
Yeah,
okay.
that's,
got it.
I'll
Okay.
tell
That's
you
fine.
post-show.
That's fine.
But it's something that could maybe get me a little bit of trouble. But I'll tell the other facet. So Evan gets sent to a birthday party in the neighborhood. And there's so much funny shit that happened in this thing. Again, one of them has to be behind a paywall, maybe $50 tier. It could get me on a watch list. So, but Evan, 15 boys, it's a water slide bounce house birthday party / squirt gun fight.
Okay.
And I knew about this well in
Sounds
advance.
fun.
It's a bunch of 8, 9, 10-year-old boys, hot as hell outside.
You knew about it well in advance.
well in advance.
So you put it in your calendar.
It's in my calendar,
Wow,
and I
how's that
knew the
work
date. I'm not going to be in Ocean City for it. We had a wonderful time. So they rent this big, this family. They rent this big ass, heavy duty, industrial, almost water park castle inflatable with 3 slides. It goes into a huge pool. It's got this big fan. It's actually got 2 fans keeping the thing inflated. And we're there, and I go, you know what? I'm going to get Evan the squirt gun I wish I'd have had as a kid.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going to get him the Spira 2 fully automatic electric water gun, self-filling assault rifle. If those people, anybody out there, SPYRA, search this gun, the Spira 2. This thing is the fully automatic AR-15 of squirt guns.
A man never outgrows a squirt gun.
Ever,
Oh, yeah.
ever. Not this thing.
Is it the one where you like a super soaker type where you pull it and it just shoots
This-
a
it's
solid?
It's called the
No.
world's strongest water gun.
And you're
Oh.
goddamn right it is. You put this thing in a bucket, you push forward on the trigger, it slurps up the water itself. This little laser line fills up, showing how much ammo you have in the thing. And then, I mean, you cock the hammer, and it is. I mean, it
The
sounds like
Spira, the Spira 3.
it's the Spira
Mm,
2. I
okay.
got on the Spira 2. He
Oh,
doesn't deserve
hey,
the 3 yet.
hey, what do you think the Spira 3 costs? Regular price.
Take a
not
price.
sale.
Take a guess
not
on the
sale.
Spira 3.
$40.
Oh, no. Keep going.
40. Are you
Keep
an
going.
insane person?
What is
I
that?
meant
That's
240.
That's the bag it comes in.
One's $170.
Yeah. So I got on the Spira 2 for it was one
Yeah.
C note.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
And I mean, this thing sounds like Rambo's M60. It's it makes sound
Right.
effects and it fires individual bullets.
Now
of
is he
water.
squirting
amazing.
other kids with this?
And I'm telling him like, hey, dude, just listen. It comes with goggles for people to wear.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's a
listen,
whole
dude,
fucking bundle.
chest down. Okay. He's like, you got it. And Evan listens to the rules. Evan's very good about
Right.
listening to rules. I go, hey, buddy, chest down, put some distance between you guys. Go have fun. So
Do these
are
other kids have squirt guns?
They've all got their own squirt guns,
But
for
not
kids that
this.
didn't. They ain't got this thing. Oh no, I gave him Jesse Ventura's chain gun from Predator.
Nice.
Oh, I gave him the gun.
Evan.
So
He's like, I don't have time to bleed.
yeah. Wait, well, he has a catchphrase. Wait till you hear how it comes up.
Dynamite.
It's better. So
Your son has a squirt gun catchphrase.
he has a catchphrase.
Fuck yes, he does.
This might be the
Hey, show title.
this
coming
might be
up.
the episode. This might be the title
Whatever the
episode.
catchphrase is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's listening and he's hitting them from a distance. The kids are fascinated with this gun. They all want to turn. And he's lending it to other kids.
Before you give us the catchphrase, is it how many words is it?
hold on.
Because
Because
I want you to
three,
give
three.
Three words.
Three
Okay.
words.
when
Yeah.
you're gonna say it, give us the first word or
Done.
one of the words, and we'll try to guess. What
Done.
it is.
I promise
Okay.
you I will.
All right.
So the kids are all fascinated. Evan's got the gun. Evan's got the golden tier
Okay.
weapon.
Yeah.
They want to play with it. He's sharing it with kids, and some are playing with it, giving
Nice.
it back. Others, we got to chase them down.
It's a
A
good
couple
dad
of
moment.
kids, they want it and they don't want to give it back.
Yeah.
And eventually, I
okay.
gotta like go and get them and let him have his gun back.
yeah.
You have your own. Your poor parent paid for that. Me, on the other hand, I
Meriwether Post Pavilion.
I spent that
Yeah.
bird money on my boy.
All right, fully loaded.
Oh yeah,
Just like this gun.
fully loaded AR-15. It's
Mhm.
about to be a news story what this kid did. So they start ganging up on him
Oh,
And-
because he's
because
got
he's got
this.
the gun, and they're like blasting him in the face.
Oh.
And he's like, "Please don't shoot me in the face." My dad said,
Oh.
"Don't shoot me in the face," and they won't listen. They're hitting him in the face again. And he's starting to get upset, and he comes out to me. He's like crying. He's like, "They won't stop shooting me in the face, and they're all like ganging up on me, and I hate it." I'm like, "Come here, buddy. Come here. I got you, pal." I'm drying his face off. Okay, hey, let's take a break for a little bit. And he's, "I'm all right. They weren't paying attention to the rules. I've got this." I'm like, "What?"
Ooh.
I go, "Okay. Do you want me to go say something to Dad?" No, I've got this. And he takes the gun. He walks over to the bucket. He fills the thing up.
This
And
is where
me,
music would start playing in a
yeah,
movie.
dude, you start
Yeah.
hearing Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. And me and the guy that's hosting the party like look over at each other like, "Oh, we gotta go watch
It's
this."
on.
And we see Evan walk around the bounce castle to, I guess, who was the most egregious kid. And Evan, and this is where the catchphrase comes in. 3 words. First word, rise.
Rise and fall.
Rise to the occasion. Rise and shine.
He taps the kid on the back with the gun. The kid turns around and goes, "Rise and shine." From here to here, this gun is an inch from this kid's face. It just starts lighting this kid up. This kid goes ass over tea kettle. He falls into the pool. He's underwater. Evan isn't letting him come out. I am crying, laughing. I'm crying. The dad goes to help her. Go, "No, let this happen. Let this play out." And the kid comes out of the
He
water.
needs to learn.
The kids get out like, "What are you doing?" "Yeah, more." And I go, "Because you kept shooting him in the face."
Yes.
Now, where's
Yeah.
this kid's parents?
Oh, they're drunk over on the other side of the thing. It's amazing. Lit this kid up.
Mhm.
He's got welts all over.
Oh,
The
yes.
kid's got welts on his
God,
face,
hey,
on his chest.
Good thing you didn't have the
Yeah.
3.
We would have killed this
Oh
kid.
yeah.
I mean, he must have his eyes are all bloodshot. As this is happening,
Rise and
it
shine.
goes, "Rise." I don't know where he got it from.
You know what it'd be.
"Rise and shine." I
It's
was
a good one. It's
this is-
actually
hey,
good. I
it's
like
amazing.
Dave Dennis, you've been commissioned. Okay.
You're done.
Make some sort of a flyer poster.
Something.
Rise and shine.
Rise
with
and
Justin's
shine.
kid and a squirt gun.
Me and a small kid
Yeah.
that looks like me holding a spiral with me like some powerful, proud general behind him. So I towel up. I get Evan. I go, "Okay, we got to get the fuck out of here." So we take Evan and we get him on the other side of this thing. And me and the guy that are hosting the party, we're laughing. This kid's back there. He's crying. He's been rocked. This kid, he doesn't know if he's coming or going. And as we're sitting there, you hear bzz, psh, this weird sound. And the breaker in the house, just complete coincidence. No 2 things related. This bounce house is full of kids. The breaker pops, the inflator dies, and 20 kids just get piled on by 600 pounds of industrial rubber. And I've got my kid. They're all in there trapped. And you can see in that moment which kids' parents give a shit about them and which ones don't. Mudge is running over, checking on Evan. Some parents are like, they'll figure it out. Other parents are like trying, like, someone help me, please help me. The guy that hosts the party disappears. He completely disappears.
Smart.
Well, he went downstairs to check the breaker.
Oh.
Other parents are going, I'll call him John. Where the hell John go? Where's John at? They think
Oh,
John,
they're yelling about the parent.
the
Yeah.
parent who
Who had
rented
the
the
bouncy
thing.
house.
They think he's
John's
like
at
left.
the drink at the bar.
John's
3
killed
miles away.
He's
Yeah.
killed 15 kids.
Yes.
They're
yes.
all dead. He's beginning
Well,
his new life.
All right.
He head elsewhere. But it's just me and my son and a kid who moments ago got fully M60'd in half is now being crushed underneath of a castle.
Would you be willing to do this, Joe? Or I guess you have to make this happen too, Justin, as a penalty for Joe for just all his
Please.
transgressions,
Mhm.
getting this date wrong.
Mm.
Can he be rise and shined in the face by Evan?
No, you don't want this, dude. I aimed it at my foot. It fucking hurts, dude.
You can put on goggles.
If he is how
It's
far away? If he's as far
3
away
feet.
This is how far he was to the kid.
as,
And
if it was Katie,
if
Katie
he's as far
decides.
away as that box spring, I'll let him
Katie,
do it.
that's
Katie
nothing.
decides.
That's
Oh, really?
nothing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
From
put him
here
to this.
to that light pole. You're
Okay.
gonna feel it.
Okay.
I want you to be as close as that kid was.
I don't want that.
Fuck
I'm
that
not
kid
allowing
up.
that.
That kid got so fucked up.
You think you're good with kids? Rise and shine, bitch.
Oh my god!
I got Mr. Joe.
Yeah, I'm like, do this in jujitsu. Do this in jujitsu. If there was a way to have squirt gun jitsu, you'd be a goddamn Gracie family member. Amazing.
Katie says if Joe comes upstairs, he'll hear rise and shine.
Oh man.
Well,
Hell
enjoy
yeah.
the last episode
All
of the DLP agenda with Rob Mayer, Justin Schlegel, and Joe Robinson. So, Eric, what are you doing next week?
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Rise and shine.
Later.